Is there a role within health systems that are great feeders for cyber programs? I asked the question from this lens. As a CIO, I loved hiring nurses for my informaticist or for some of my module programs within the EHR because they may be ready to move on from direct patient care, and yet they understood all the components better than anybody in terms of how the technology supported caregiving. Where do you tend to see the best feeder into cyber programs?
It's a really good question. I would agree with you. Any person who's been a provider role, they definitely understand and see the impact from that level and all the dependencies that roll up and all the interrelationships with the operations, the technologies. But honestly, I think we shouldn't limit to just the clinicians and providers themselves, but there's other folks that could understand things like maybe somebody from the financial side could understand the financial impacts to events when they happen and be able to kind of be that advocate. Somebody from the human resources side could when they start screening and recruiting for people that they look into the human element of certain things, not just from the capabilities perspective, but how they would do things like the softer skills, like the critical thinking, the conversations, the communications, and being able to understand certain types of cues. And then just in general, the operations administrative side, maybe just to understand like how operations work and whether or not cybersecurity controls if they could be implemented well here, even planning how they could be implemented within the operations because they understand how that flows.